Truthful Execution. We'll get back into it now. Truthful Execution.
Yes, sir.
Was it 5 or 6 tracks? It's 5, right?
5.
Five.
Yeah.
Yep. What was that process like? And releasing? That's the first album?
Project.
First project.
Yeah, it's an EP.
Okay.
Yep.
Go through that.
So yeah, I was at a point where I was releasing a single here, a single there, and I was kind of exploring different parts of me as an artist, and everyone was kind of like, okay, we want a project. Like, can you drop a project? Like, when we get an album, blah, blah, blah. And for me, it was like an album. When I do an album, that's going to be really big. like I'm big on the whole production of an album and it having meaning and the way that it flows, and like it really represents me as a whole, and like I want that's going to be really huge. So I wasn't ready for something like that, but I was like, why don't I do an EP? So the Truthful Execution, oh, here they come for me. The Truthful Execution, I actually had the name picked out before I even had the songs, because I kind of just thought about what I want my first project to represent and what I wanted to uphold. And the songs were going to deserve their spot on my EP. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? And I remember being in the studio and everyone was like, you should probably like pick some music before you name your EP. And I'm like, nope.
No,
the music is going to fit the EP. Yeah. So, some of those tracks were made very close to the like conclusion of the EP, and then some were made back in March, like Patience. That's like probably my hottest track on there. Yeah, people jumped that one. Yeah, appreciate it.
That's hard.
But that one was back in March. I made that with K Twist. Shout out to my boy Twist. He's out in LA now, but he really like gave me the opportunity to find a new avenue for me as an artist. And Patience definitely like was new, but it helped open a lot of doors for me. So Truthful Execution is dope because I think it hits every aspect of me as an artist, and it really represents me as a whole. That was like my goal. It was to be able to do that, but stay true to who I am and like execute it and push it out there. Like, you think 245, like that's deep.
That was my second one.
Yeah, that's deep. We got a music video to that coming.
Oh, okay.
Finishing
you heard
filming.
it here first.
Yeah, finishing filming in like 2 weeks. So hopefully push that out in December. That's gonna be crazy with my boy Joakim. Like, we're making that a movie. As you can imagine, all the the story that it tells, like the me versus me. And then Patience, obviously just a hit. No surprise. We got the bars, Eyes on Me. Like, it's just that was what I wanted to do. Truthfully execute it.
It was good. It was
Appreciate
truthfully executed.
Thank you.
You've said that before, I can tell. Yeah.
I love it.
Good, though.
Well, people will be like, so you want to start talking about the truth? And I'll be smiling. I'll be like, what? How do you execute? What are you going to start talking about now?
That's good. No, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
These flies love me too.
Yes.
But I want to get into which helps, just helping other people as well. Like, I saw you had to take a break from maybe the Instagram. You had to take a break just to get away from life for a moment, for the just headache and the hectic. And we all get bogged down sometimes and have to refresh. So what was thought process? What was that like? What did you do to come back? Because, I mean, it's especially hard in today's time. And I'll say this for the kids too. We have a lot of, I'm older now, so I really don't look at this stuff as much. But like, we live in a fake reality. And we live in a perception. People want to perceive a certain thing, and it's not the truth. But for a kid who's been growing up and seeing it over and over again, all you see is someone with the Lamborghini. All you see is the diamonds.
Yeah, you just see the perfection on the
screen.
screen.
But you don't see what it took to get there.
Right.
But you want it. You'll do anything for it.
Right.
And it'll drain your mind and drain your energy.
Right.
So how do you continue your confidence and explain your time out and coming back?
Yeah. I've took a lot of like mini breaks because I think it's necessary. I mean, from a young age, and I know I'm still really young, I'm really like putting my full self out there for the world. And when you talk about everybody seeing the perfect side of things, that's kind of how it is with my life. Like, and that's why I'm big on like, I don't just post about music. I post about how I'm feeling. I post about everybody like pushing to be the best. Yeah, in the gym, like lifestyle as a whole, because I know everybody that's watching me isn't gonna be a rapper, but I know that I'm still inspiring people either way, and my voice is important. But that's why, like, Leale, what I stand for is the truth. Like, it's important to like hold back and remember, like, all right, if you go on today and you act like everything's good and you post your song and it's like, is this even gonna make you better? Like, are you really, you know what I mean? So I just thought it was time to be transparent. I had a lot of stuff like going on in my real life. Like, I'm a college student. I got family. I got relationships. I have like my mental, my physical health. And not that everyone needs to know the details, but it's just like, it's important for me to know, like, hey guys, like, it's not always beauty, it's not always sunshine and rainbows, and just know that, like, I'll be back. And it's just a reminder to people that that's okay. Because I think, like, in normal life, even people that don't do social media, they think it's so bad, like, when they mentally disconnect, and then they think it's so bad that it draws them down a hole where they can't get back out of. Like, they're upset, but they force themselves to go to the function, or they force themselves to do this or act okay, but it's like, it's okay not to be. But you just have to have the self-realization to do it. And, like, that's just the point I reached, and it was right before I was leaving to go watch my sister get married in California, and I wasn't like, I had a lot going on back home, so I was a little anxious about leaving, but I was like, change your perspective and use this trip as the opportunity to, like, just breathe, step away from the phones, step away from everything, and just breathe and come back a better version of you, like, gain some perspective on everything.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I did, and the whole goal was to come back fresh, new mindset, and I feel like I definitely did. I have a different outlook on a lot of things, and yeah, just come back harder.
Which does that in the sense of also, it's good you realize that in self-realization, but people don't realize how much traveling will get you to a new, like, to reset.
Yeah.
You need to get out of somewhere. We get so used to being here.
Right.
That's one thing, because I guess you can call me a Rolling Stone, because they call it the Rolling Stone round too, but, like, I've been to many places. People get stuck here and don't want to leave, but you have to experience other places to then get your mind right. Like, I'll go I'm not sitting. I'm a glamper, but I'll go to a cabin and I'll go rest my mind and go out in Ellicottville and just sit there and write some stuff down.
Yeah.
Because it matters to really clear your mind and get yourself right. Otherwise, your energy's off.
Yeah, I was just so overwhelmed, I think, with, like, everything I had going on, and it was tough because when you're on a roll with this music shit, it's the best feeling ever, and it slows and comes, and you have to learn to deal with that too. Like, I talk about that all the times because I had a crazy summer, mad shows, mad music, dropping an EP, and it's over. I didn't go anywhere, but it's like you have to learn to, like, cope with that, not being on a high all the time. And then it's worse when, like, you are on those highs, and then you have all these other factors of life just coming at you, and it's like you're still trying to be a great student. You're still trying to be a great sister, daughter, girlfriend, whatever, friend, like, whatever, and artist. I'm just trying to be that. So it's like you have to learn to put the pieces together, but you have to be able to recognize how you're feeling and deal with it, you know what I mean, on your own timing. And I know I got a social media platform, but I'll never be afraid to just be like, yo, I'm going to keep it a buck. Like, I remember one point when everything was really bad. This was right before I was like, I'm not going to lie, guys, like, this is the closest I've felt to quitting in a long time. And it wasn't just music. It was just, like, everything. Like, I was ready to just, like, lock myself in my room and just be done. But I don't know. I think I owe it to the people that support me every day, like, to just be honest. And that makes me so much more who I am, like, Leale, truth, authenticity. Like, that's how I want to keep it, no matter what it is.
You have to.
Yeah.
And you keep saying that Leale means the truth.
Right.
So truthful execution, it does make sense,
Yeah.
It does make sense. So I always ask these questions for you. Looks like as we wrap up here, what is your you said it's like the downtime, but you said you have some shows planned for coming up in the new year. So what we do?
Yeah. So like I said, we got next week at UB, and then opening for Onyx on the 27th. I also just, like, secured a couple slots in, like, February for some other people's events. Like, those aren't announced yet. It's not really my place. But as far as me and my team, we got some dope shit that we're putting together. Obviously, it's all still in the works, but we're coming to different cities, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Olean. Like, we're expanding. That's the goal. Doing our own thing and doing it our own way. I would just really stay tuned because, like, there's a lot that is going to be, like, a big thing. But, yeah, just foot on the gas. I'm planning on dropping a single in a couple weeks.
All right.
Music videos coming up. Like, It's just all on go. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. And I always ask this, too, because this is important for anybody in their career. There's always things outside of the career too.
Right.
So what are your goals? Where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years personally? And then where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years career-wise?
Yeah. 3 to 5 years, I want to be fully supporting myself through the music. I want to be able to say that, yeah, this is what I do for a living. And traveling. But after I graduate, I want to travel and share my voice. I don't care if I show up to a city, 5 people come. I just want to start and push it. And that's what I want to do, is just make my voice and what I stand for known everywhere. That's a goal. Career-wise, and I guess my career and my personality and my personal life go so hand in hand, because
they always do. We got to try to.
Well, that's the goal, is like, you know what I mean, is doing something you love so much that it is you. Like, you don't have to. But personally, I just want to make sure I continue to stick to who I am. Like, I preach this all the time, and people probably get sick of it, but it's like, in a world like this, in the industry I'm in, it's so easy to just not be.
Yeah.
And especially with how I plan on this going, which is me being on big stages in 5 years, and me rapping with some of the people that you listen to now in your car. Like, that's where I plan to be. So it's like, with that being said, I hope that when I get there, I continue to grow emotionally, physically, like, and just keep my mind right and don't steer far from who I am, no matter what the case is, no matter how big this gets, no matter how dope this is. Like, yeah, that's just it. It's just doing me when it comes to the music, and outside of it, just, yeah.
That's
full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead. That's
Full
what you got to do.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Well, this has been another episode of Built Different. I just want to thank everyone. Thank Leale. I always say you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
Right.
And we appreciate that.
Built different.
Built different. We'll see you guys. She's also going to freestyle too.
Oh,
just
yeah.
so y'all know. Not right now. We're gonna do that separate time.
First freestyle ever, right?
For you?
For this podcast.
For the podcast. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited. It might be a new thing too, because I got beats.
The
now.
Built Different freestyle.
The Built Different freestyles.
I'm telling you, yo.
I wrote that down on my. I wrote it down on my whiteboard. And I was like, I want freestyles. You know, do maybe some people with some cars, some interviews like that. You know, Justin got the McLaren, so I gotta hit him up. But either way,
yeah.
Another episode of Built Different. Leale, check out. If you haven't checked out the album yet, or the EP, not album, but Truthful Execution.
Yep.
It's fire. It's dope. I listen to it myself. Check out
Appreciate
Patience.
it.
Check out the other songs.
New music on the way.
Music on the way. She said it. You heard it here.
Tap in.
All right. Peace.